Yeah, so today I'll be talking about three different schools of thoughts. So three ways of looking at interaction design. So interaction design by its nature is what? It's contextual. So we try to first understand why the user is using or what is the purpose, and then try to create the experience. So that's why at every point, whenever we're creating an interaction, it's about solving a particular problem, a specific problem. It always happens at a certain time with respect to that particular context. So if I'm on a screen and if I have to move to the next screen, then at that particular moment, what am I supposed to do to move to the next screen? So that is basically at that particular time, and what is the context is why. Since this is also part of the UX, we follow full process. Okay, so whatever we learned in the UX workshop, we follow the same process. You can just mold it. Okay, there are like different ways how you can follow the process. As I said earlier, you can follow any process and customize also. So it involves process, method, and methodologies in its task. So here it's mostly about the task. So if the user is on a screen, so what is that he want to accomplish? So there will be a task and the user would like to finish that task. And in order to do that, there would be some kind of interaction. These are major schools of thought. So one is technology centered view, the other is the behaviorist view, and the third is the social interaction design view. Now let's understand what are these. It's good to have a understanding of this because this will help you understand when to use what and also where to use the combination of all these. So what is technology centered view? Interaction designers makes technology, particular digital technology, useful, usable, and pleasurable to use. Right. So we create products and use technology to create great experiences. So that's what we do. So interaction designer takes the raw stuff produced by engineers and programmers and mold it into products that people enjoy using. So sometimes what happens, there are some modules or some features which is technologically driven. So in that case, what happens is the interaction designer tries to understand what has been done from the technology point and then create some great engaging interaction designs and the experiences. So one is what? One is from the technology centered view. The second is the behaviorist view. That means defining the behaviors of the artifacts, environment, and system. We learned about these five dimensions, like the physical space, right? So that plays an important role. Where will the user interact with the product? What will the user do with the product? So as a designer, we try to understand that. We try to understand the behavior of the user, when, where, how he will use the product. So that is the behaviorist approach. So when creating product, creating an interaction, so we also need to think from this viewpoint. So this view focuses on functionality and feedback, how products behave and provide feedback based on what the people engage with them are doing. So depending upon the behavior of the user, of about how he is interacting with the product or he is trying to achieve. So depending upon that, we create interactions. Fine. So that is the behaviorist. And the social is basically revolves around what? It revolves around social, like how the user lives in a society. How does he communicate with different people? How does he interact with the other entities of the society? Right. So how to take that experience and then use the same in the product, and so that the experience that the user gets from the product is similar to what he gets in the society. So interaction design is inherently social, revolving around facilitating communication between humans through products. So bringing the human element to the product when you're building that. So this perspective is sometimes called social interaction design. Technology is nearly irrelevant in this view. Any kind of object or device can make a connection between people. So these communication can take many forms. So they can be one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-one. So it's all about how people behave in the society and then bring those insights, take those insights, and then use those when creating the experience design. So that is called as the social interaction design. Fine. So these are different viewpoints. Good to know.